Hey friends, this is Beck from Power Creative Media, and I'm going to show you how the social content system works. Just a bit of a run through. Basically, this system will be able to track and manage and organize and store and schedule, one of those, all of your content pieces that you put into it. So you could create 10 pieces of content, you could put in 1,000 pieces of content. This system will be able to manage all of them, and you can work in an approval system in here so that your team sends you content to approve before it gets posted. You could just set it so it doesn't have that step. There's lots of different ways this can be used. I'm going to run through a few little features and benefits of this system. So first of all, you can see here I've got this open tab. It's Airtable system, and then I've called it Inbox. And this is just an empty Google folder, but I've set up some zaps so that I could put in 1,000 videos in here, or 10 videos, or whatever, however many videos you've got. And all I need to do is dump them into this folder, and what will happen is they will pop up in here. So all of the content that you dump into that folder automatically using zaps will show up in here, and it has its own content ID. You can see that here, C18, C19, C20, etc. We've got a name for each piece. This is what each file was called. The file name will pop up here. We've got an area which will be empty when you first import content. We've got the URL for the folder that was automatically created when you dropped that content in there. So each piece of content has its own folder. It has a link here to the actual video or quote card or meme or whatever you put in there. It's got the content type. So these were GIFs, but you could make it, if it was a podcast episode or a graphic or a video, internal, external, you can name these whatever you want, any type of content that you regularly use. The brand that it's for, because some people don't have, or some people do have more than one business that they use this for, and you can use this for as many projects as you want. And then we've got the status. So I've set this status to be a particular way, so it will show, this is showing me a view of a certain things that have just been imported. And so what we want to do is we want to change the status to processing. When it's ready to be processed, it means we've got hashtags, we've got all these things are filled out. We would manually, you don't have to do it manually, you could just do it a different way. Let's just say we've done those. I'm going to move down here. You can see on the left, in progress. We'll have a look at the things that are now in progress. We've got these things that we just put there. And on this screen, it's slightly different. So we've still got the content ID, we've still got the name, we've got the brand, we've got the platforms that we want to post these pieces of content on. Again, we've got the type, the folder, the media URL, and status, which is now processing. And we've got the copy and hashtags again. Now you can add any other fields you want here. These are the most important ones. These are the ones in the template. And once we're done with this, we can send it for approval. Let's look over here. So once something is, I've got it set up so that it went to me for approval theoretically, and now these are the ones that have popped up approved, just for the purposes of this demo. So we've got waiting on approval. Once you change these to that status, that in that past screen, it will automatically pop up here. So everything that's ready for approval is then tagged, is moved over to here, and it's called waiting on approval. And then once it's been approved, it will be called approved. And that's done, you can do that here in Airtable, or I built a little app that your client can log into and approve it, or you can log into approve it if your team sends it to you, etc. Now I'm getting into the weeds a little bit. But it's pretty easy. Once it's been approved, then you can have it do this automatically, but I have it manual where you can just check, okay, cool, I'm going to see how this just populated. I'm going to schedule this for, actually it does, this is not the time that it's scheduled for. What this will do is send it to your social media posting app. Metrical, and it will add it to the queue. So I like to post once a day. So how many posts you've got in there, it will just schedule it for the next day. When you click this button, this is not the posting time. That's not super important for right now. Then we've got all these other views that you can have, which are, you know, what was posted where, what was posted when, etc. We've got different platforms, what's been published and what hasn't. And then we've got a few other things in here. I'm not going to go into them in this video, but basically what this app does is it takes all the content that you can dump into it and it organizes it. It gives you names, it shows you where each piece is in the process and when it was scheduled to be posted on whatever platform you use to post. So this could be, you know, 1,000 things. It can take as many as you want. Airtable's really good like that. You can have lots and lots of rows, thousands of rows with different things, and then you can set up each view. Now, I am offering this system as a template so that you can just really do a one-click install, and you can have it will look exactly like this. There are a couple of things that I teach you that you want to change for your specific business and for your specific needs. So I've got some video tutorials on that. And then also the other thing is with the zaps and the automations, there's a little bit of work to be done to set up the zaps because there's two parts. The first one is where you're importing content to the system using that folder I showed you. And the second part is sending the information from here to Buffer or Metrical or whatever posting platform you use. That's done in Zapier, and I think that it is fairly straightforward, but I do have the templates for the zaps as well, so you don't have to do a huge amount of work, but you will have to go through and set up your accounts in there. So pretty easy to set up this thing, and then it's ready for you to use and to send all your to store and manage all your content and schedule it out to the different platforms. I'm aware that I've said schedule and schedule in this video multiple times. I don't know why I'm so indecisive tonight about that word. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works. There are like a few other bits and pieces that I'm not going to get into right now, but if this sounds good to you, I am offering the template, the tutorials. It's a little bit like a course format where you log in and you just follow the instructions to set everything up. And I will have some like weekly office hours or support where you can ask and figure out different things if you don't get it, or if you want to do a specific thing that you're not sure how to do, you can ask me about that too. So if you're interested in that, you can see underneath of this video there is a link. Click that link, check out more info about this offer. And if you've got any questions, hit me up, beck@powercreative.me, or you can find me in whatever app you're watching this. And otherwise, I'll see you on the inside.